What is happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the Holiday Battle Plan Variety Pack from Shorts Brewing Company out of Bel Air, Michigan / Elk Rapids. Big production facility there and pole barn. So it is the brand new Holiday Pack, which has substituted the old one. There used to be a larger pack, and I don't know if they had so much success with it. It was around for many, many years, but it was kind of right around the holiday, Christmas and such, and this time I think these have replaced that old pack. So this is Thirsty for More, and again, they call this the battle plan pack, right? So it has to do with Home Alone. I found out from the rep it's all based on Home Alone lines. So there's 4 different beers in there. This one's Thirsty for More, right? And it shows that paint bucket. You remember that classic line? They're knocking down the bandits down the stairs. He's just throwing the paint bucket and knocking them down the stairs. He goes, "Yeah, thirsty for more." Anyways, they're all based on lines from Home Alone. Really cool thing, maybe that you would not have known otherwise. But, and even right there, it says, "You guys give up." So, New Zealand style lager. I had to look it up. 4.4%, not listed on the can for ABV. Not that unusual for Shorts. Sometimes they do it that way. And then we have a package on date of 10/15/24, and today is the 9th of November, guys. So it's under a month fresh. So let's get into this one and see what it's about. We got the Shorts Tiku glass, and that's the intro for you. Hope that's enough info. Sometimes you guys get sick of all the information. You just want the review of the beer. But I like to give a little bit more than that. I don't like to be so one-dimensional. Try to give you some information in the retail world as well, because that's what I do. I work in retail. So it looks really nice in the glass. Really good carbonation, off-white head. Very bright, actually, compiled in there. And it is pretty dense, and you're seeing this nice, beautiful Pilsner lager color. That kind of pale yellow, if you will, a little bit more deep yellow in the middle. Looks really good, and let's get an aroma on this puppy. It looks really solid, actually. Really pretty beer. Citrus pepper grass. I always say this, like, it smells like tropical as well. So yeah, we have this like citrus kind of backbone, a little bit of a maltier backbone as well, but it's highlighting a lot of citrus. It's highlighting a lot of tropical fruits. So I do get some pineapple, apricot, stone fruit kind of thing. Not unusual from Shorts. Again, we see this from time to time. It does have a little lemon lime in there. Smells real clean too. Like, it's got a nice burst of hops, but it smells clean, slightly hoppy, slightly grassy, but really shining a lot of citrus, a lot of tropical fruit notes, maybe even some stone fruits. It's a nice homage of all of those different things put together. I say that a lot, but it smells really nice. Smells like it's going to have a nice little hop kiss with that kind of like a maltier, Pilsner-y kind of feel to it with the maltiness. I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll dive in. Thirsty for More. Cheers, Shorts. Cheers, Imperial Beverage. Ooh, dry. Dry and hoppy, man. Shorts. So it smells like it's going to have a lot more fruit in it than it does, but it's way more pithy, way more dry than one might think. One would possibly think coming from Shorts, though not surprising. Really nice dryness on the back end. Feels way bigger of a beer. Coming from 4.4% online, you would think this is like a 6% beer based on the hoppy level, based on the bitterness. But it's clean, real smooth. But if you like West Coast beer, you're really going to like this one. Dry lemon. Maybe a kiss of lime in there as well. You've got some sort of like peachy apricot, cantaloupe kind of thing. I don't know if yeah, it's so crazy, guys. It has such like a grainy sweetness to it as well, but it's so bone dry on the back end. Lemon, gooseberry, cantaloupe kind of thing. I know a lot of people use that, but I really do think it's kind of hugging the gooseberry kind of cantaloupe vibe, maybe some apricots in here, but it is so dry and crisp. It's very hoppy. I'm going to leave it there. It's extremely hoppy, maybe more than you would expect. Calling it a lager, like I would call this like an IPA for sure. If I didn't know any better, I would be like, what kind of IPA is this? It's a West Coast IPA, maybe more sessionable IPA, but at the end of the day, the hop level and the bitterness reminiscent of a strong West Coast IPA. So a little bit misleading, but that's not shocking coming from Shorts. They do the hoppy, dry, grassy, just piney, resinous beers. That's what they do, and this one's kind of hugging that end of the spectrum for being a lager Pilsner, guys. Almost sweet cereal grain vibes for a second. little like Lucky Charm sweetness. Just for a second, I described some of the cereals in my beers at times. And then again, the grainy kind of cantaloupe, a little bit of gooseberry lemon. But tropical, maybe not so much. I was getting a lot of different things on the nose, but as I'm diving in, it's a little bit more easy to nail it down on what it is. But this, at the end of the day, super hoppy, super drinkable, and if you like West Coast, you're going to like it. But maybe people might be slightly turned off calling this a lager because it has a intense hoppy level on the back end. For me, I really like it. Again, there is like a juicy cantaloupe in there or something. To me, that's what I'm getting, some sort of juicy melon cantaloupe. That's the juiciest thing. Otherwise, everything's bone dry. Again, lemon, pith, rind, a little bit of orange skin, a little bit of gooseberry. You could say maybe tropical, but I'm leaning more towards the fruity notes that I've already listed. So again, a little bit of pine grass on the back end, really hoppy kick to dry your palate out, guys. Begging you to go take another sip. Again, maybe everybody wouldn't like it because it's called a lager. I do, but it's a little bit misleading, I will say. So I don't know, I'm gonna ding you a little bit for that. I don't know, it just seems like people might not like that it's a lager at the end of the day. This is IPA-ish to the highest degree, really. It's a kick. It's a West Coast hoppy Pilsner, if you ask me. What feels like an IPA. So hoppy. So delicious, too, though. I like this beer, man. I like these styles. Again, West Coast Pilsners are my thing. West Coast anything is really my thing, my jazz, my jam. This one's really good, and it's pretty intense, but very enjoyable and drinkable. So I really want to go above a 4, truthfully. But again, it's a lager. It's a little bit misleading, and I guess I'm slightly gonna ding it for that. I don't know why, but it's like Three Floyds. They just make hoppy beers. I should know that by now, and I'm not upset. But I feel like consumers might be. So for me, I'm just gonna go a 3.89 out of 5, guys. I really do like this beer. Truthfully, I could go higher, but it's just a little bit weird calling it a lager at the end of the day, but I understand. Shorts does what Shorts does. So until next time, guys, cheers, Prosiamas. You're going to drink a beer or pour a beer, make sure you pour a Michigan beer.